to this club. With exceptional enthusiasm and the talent, in spite of she being engaged with several assignments, she attends these sessions with the due diligence and true sincerity. She is inherently a motivator, dynamic leader, and leading guidance to those who are Tyro members in particular. So, ladies and gentlemen, requesting all of you to give a thunderous round of applause to welcome our new or existing club president, Dr. Sheetal Agarwal, to address and preside over this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, for this wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. Dear Arabians, a very warm good evening to all of you and welcome to the meeting number 464. I can't see any new name in our list today. So I consider we don't have any guests to introduce today. Now let me invite our vibrant secretary, Toastmaster Vasanti, to read out the minutes of meeting number 462. Toastmaster Vasanti, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster, Madam President. Good evening, dear Toastmaster. Arabian Toastmasters Club meeting number 462 was held on Wednesday, 11th August 2021, virtually over Zoom platform. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Abid Khan called the meeting to order at 7 p.m. and read out the mission statement of Toastmasters International. Club President Toastmaster Dr. Sheetal Agarwal started the meeting with a great message and introduced Toastmaster Ravish as Toastmaster of the Day. Toastmaster of the Day introduced "The Spark is Within You" as theme of the day and introduced all the attendees for the day. Toastmaster Harshita was the grammarian and the word master, who introduced the word bonzer as the word of the day. In prepared speech sessions, there were 3 speeches. First speech was from Pathways Level 1 and the other 2 were from Pathways Level 3. After the break, an entertaining table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Vasanti Sai Krishna. Then valuable evaluation session was conducted by Toastmaster Dr. Shanti Rekha. No. Valuable evaluation. Sorry, I think. Winners for the evening were Best Speaker Toastmaster Arun Vasan, Best Table Topic Speaker Aditya Mantri, Best Evaluator Toastmaster Dr. Shanti Rekha, Best Role Player Toastmaster Harshita Karle. Total participants are 21 and meeting was adjourned 9:15 p.m. Thank you. Over to you, Madam President. Please correct. I am not sure. Evaluation session was conducted by, I think I was wrong. Over to you, Madam President.
Thank you, Madam Vasanti. Are there any corrections to just read out minutes of the meeting? Having heard none. Yeah. Yes, anyone?
Toastmaster Abid Khan was the general.
Abid Khan. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Madam Secretary, please note it down.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll note it down.
Thank you. Dear Arabians, to start with, let me say that it is our thought process that make us rich and not how much money we have in our bank accounts. Have you ever wondered why your room is so messy and cluttered, even though you hardly use any of things in there? Have you ever wondered why is it that your computer table is full of things other than a computer, which is the only thing you use that is lying on the table? Is anyone have given a thought to this? Okay. In my opinion, the urge of a human being to gain the materialistic wealth is beyond control and it has a significant impact on our society and the economy. So I would like to go with the concept of simple living and high thinking. And it is something that everyone should inculcate. There is no one such established lifestyle to achieve simple living and the high thinking. And should try to adopt this thing. But there are two simple things which can help you or you motivate you to go with this thinking. The first one is spend less on yourself and more on others. The sense of joy, fulfillment, and the satisfaction you get when you help someone in need is far more than the joy you get when you buy a branded shoe or a costly phone. You will feel much more satisfied after feeding a needy one, a hungry person, as compared to eating a pizza at a five-star restaurant. Second point is practice minimalism for a better life. Minimalism is a term that is used to refer to a lifestyle which is minimum in materialistic point of view, but maximum in peace of mind and tranquility point of view. Simply, if you don't have unwanted stuff at your home, automatically your home will be very well maintained and very spacious. You will never feel that you have a small house as compared to others. And the best part is you will have the least burden of the maintenance. So the merits of the simple living are its effortless way of living, less stress of competition, healthier way of living. You will get more time and energy to do some creative task, to nurture your hobby, to help others, to spend time in the society. To try to inculcate the practice of simple living but the high thinking. Now, I would like to introduce Mr. Ramesh Chunjunwala, a software development engineer, worked for the IBM and spent his entire career days mostly in England. He has great contribution in developing the Indian Railway IRCTC software. After his retirement, he chose to come back to India rather living in a luxurious and a peaceful life in a lavish bungalow in England. In India, he started living at a remote village where he owned 100 acres of land and opted for the organic farming. Since last 20 years, except whatever he needs for his family of 6 persons, he is donating all the farm produce to the needy one in the village and to the non-profit NGO. Dear Arabians, believe me, it's very easy to practice the concept of simple living and high thinking. Now let us enter into the education session of the day. To lead us today's education session, we have Toastmaster Libby as the Toastmaster of the day. She is teacher with ISJ Jubail for more than 17 years. She is very passionate about the public speaking. She had served as a president at the Royal Leaders Toastmasters Club. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Libby as a Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Libby, the floor is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you, President Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal, for these nice words. First of all, I would like to inform you that we have few changes in today's speaker's speech order. The first speaker, Toastmaster Aditya Mantri, is having his online test now. So he is not able to join now. He will join later. So he will be the third speaker tonight. Second speaker, Toastmaster Vijay Uday, will be the first speaker today. And the evaluator of Toastmaster Vijay Uday will be DDM Ajit Kumar. Toastmaster Arul Shankar is not able to join today because of few unavoidable company work. So this, I want to inform you before itself. That's a few changes are there in our agenda.
Good evening to TMOD. Just now I received a message that our counter Toastmaster Harshita may not be able to join due to network issue. So my backup Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal has accepted this role as a counter.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Hello, Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and lovely children. A warm good evening to all. As the Toastmaster of the day tonight, my job is to act as your host and to make tonight's session a very interesting one. The theme I have chosen for the day is where there is a will, there is a way. Everybody wants to be successful in their life. But while dreaming success, one should not forget the battle, which is necessary for the victory. Life is beautiful when the art of living is understood. In this case, it has been aptly said, life is an art, a mountain of troubles. In your trouble, don't cry. You should only try and try. Struggle hard and conquer the sky with your skill and power of will. Proverbs like where there is a will, there is a way is often used and experienced in our daily life. When someone wants to get something, his heart, he tries to get it with all his efforts and willpower. If the willpower is strong, anything can be achieved. Throw yourself in the volley of your aim. Do not think about the deepness and results of your task. When you will achieve your gain, you will definitely forget about the struggle and pain. Unfortunately, the very sad reality of today's generation is they are unable to overcome from their failure. After the very first failure itself, they will try to end up their life by committing suicide. We are often inspired by the examples of great personalities who have become success. The strong willpower is the only base of their success. For example, Kiran Bedi, the first lady IPS officer, struggled hard and became successful. Our cricketer, superstar Sachin Tendulkar, have achieved everything with his strong willpower. Our former President of India, the missile man of India, late Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam, got the highest post because of his sheer willpower. So nothing is impossible if you try. With the help of willpower, one can achieve anything. Do not blame fate. Only those who struggle become successful. Once Kiran Bedi, she told, people who do not carry out the responsibilities, their lives are lathi charged by the time. Success is not cheap. It means it is not easily achievable. To dream is your right. To struggle is your duty. Willpower is your need to achieve sky and fly. Emily Dickinson once said, success is counted sweetest by those who never succeed. It is true, but success is counted sweetest by everyone who struggles. So struggle hard and be successful. After all, where there is a will, there is a way. Don't be afraid of failures, because failures is the first step of the way to success. Learn to face problems. Bear your troubles. Don't worry and be happy. Remember that the whole world loves with you. but if you weep, you will have to weep alone. So, dear Toastmasters, I would like to enter the educational program of this evening. To help me conduct this educational program, we have a talented team of assignees. I would like to introduce each one of them. As the general evaluator, we have Toastmaster Ravish Malpani. I would be introducing him later in detail during the evaluation session. Toastmaster Ravish Malpani, can you please acknowledge your presence and explain your role as general evaluator?
Thank you, Toastmaster Uday. Good evening to all of you. As a general evaluator, my role is to observe and evaluate everything from the beginning to the end of the meeting, which I have already started, and to lead a constructive evaluation session when called upon to do so. I'll wrap up the entire proceedings of the meeting, complementing good practices and indicating the areas of improvement. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravish. As a grammarian and word master tonight, we have a very dedicated, soft-spoken and friendly person. She completed her schooling in Parama Patara Kendriya Vidyalayam, Ernakulam, completed her MSc from Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Coimbatore, and B.Ed from Ernakulam, Kerala. Her hobbies are singing, listening music, and dancing. She is living here with her husband, Mr. Arun, and their 5-month-old son, Rishan. Her view about today's theme is, to reach heights, we have to work hard. Never give up. We will get a better result when our time comes up. Toastmaster Anjali, can you please explain your role as grammarian and word master tonight?
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Libby James. I have got two distinct roles today. As word master, it is my pleasure firstly to introduce the word of the day, which is Hallacious. So I would like to share the screen. I think the screen is visible to all of you. So the word Hallacious in American English, it's an adjective word. It's pronounced as Hallacious. And you can see I have distinguished how we are pronouncing it. And it's also used as an adverb, hellaciously. And the word origin, that is, it has got, I call it slang. And the slang is a combination from, that is the word hell and acious. That is from hell plus fanciful ending. And the definition of hellacious is, it's exceptionally powerful or violent, remarkably good, extremely difficult, extraordinarily large. Then the synonyms related to this word, the hellacious, is acute, explosive, intense, keen, hard, and heavy. And its antonyms are light, moderate, soft. Hellacious can mean astonishing, which sounds pretty good. And it again means difficult, that it sounds appropriate from 2020. That is, we can know because it's corona everywhere, so we know that it's extremely difficult for, that is from the year 2020. And example to this word, the word hellacious is, that is, traffic is hellacious this time of day. Then it's hellacious to deliver speech for table topic session. It's been a hellacious year. And we have a hellacious Toastmaster club with plentiful, amazing speakers. I think the word of the day, it's mean, I think everyone understood the word. And also I have assigned the role as the grammarian. I will listen carefully and make a note of grammatical errors speakers could correct without mentioning their names. I will also comment on good usage and vivid. powerful phrases and words used by the speakers. I will give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the day. Thank you, Mr. and Madam Toastmasters. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day, Madam Libby James.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anjali. As timer tonight, we have an energetic person. She is a teacher by profession, currently working in Al Mutazim International School. She is also a busy mom of 2 naughty boys. She is successfully running a play school at her home from last 6 months. Toastmaster Vasanthi Sai Krishna, could you please explain your role as timer?
Yes, good evening once again. My job as a timer is to keep track of the time for all the speeches and evaluation session. For prepared speeches, the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. On 30 seconds grace period shall be allowed on the maximum time limit. Green light shall indicate the minimum time. Yellow shall be shown on the 6th minute, and the red light will show the maximum limit and will remain on. There would be no indication at the end of the grace period. For the table talks, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes with an additional grace period of 30 seconds. Yellow light shall be shown at 1 minute 30 seconds. For evaluation, the minimum qualifying time is 1 to 3 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on either side. Yellow shall be indicate end of the 2 minutes. I will report the exact time taken by each speaker at the end of the session when called upon to do so. And also we have one ice-breaking speech today. For the ice-breaking time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Toastmaster
Vasanthi.
of the day, can I interrupt?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, in the timing mentioned by the timer Toastmaster Vasanthi, in the evaluation, the qualifying time is 2 to 3 minutes. So green light at the 2 minute and the yellow light at the 2 minute and 30 second and the red light at the 3 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. Sheetal.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Vasanthi. As the org counter, we have a very systematic, energetic young person. And he's a table topic enthusiastic young gentleman, better half of and strong support of our Madam President, Toastmaster Sheetal. Help me welcome Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal. And can you please explain your role as org counter tonight?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, dear Toastmasters. As our counter, my role is to make note of sounds used as verbal crutches. For example, and record them as crutches. I will report when called upon to do so. I will also make note of words used as fillers. For example, but, so, and, you know, and record them as fillers. I will submit my report when called upon to do so. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal. As our master come odd counter tonight, we have a person who is professionally an electrical engineer working with SABIC industry since last 20 years. His prime inclinations, he mentioned, are reading scriptures, practicing spirituality, and remain in forefront with regard to technological advancement in the field of electronics and digital world. Toastmaster Prashant Karle, could you please explain your role as word counter and Zoom master tonight?
You need to unmute.
Yeah, we are able to hear you, sir.
Good evening to all, and thanks for the introduction. Today my role is Zoom master and the vote counter, and accordingly I have to launch a Zoom invite the group members, admit them, and during the session, as and when any technical service required, to do so. After that, to launch a pool, and as and when it is called, to declare the winners. Thanks. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster. As a table topic master, we have Toastmaster Vel Murugan. I would be introducing him in detail during the table topic session. Vel Murugan, could you please explain your role as table topic master tonight?
Toastmaster Will Murugan has still not joined. Maybe once he joins, we'll introduce him after the break. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Ravish. Let's now begin the educational session. Tonight, we have 3 excellent speakers who are going to give their extraordinary speeches. Today, the first speaker tonight is trying to complete her Pathways Level 4 speech number 1. The evaluator of the first speaker is DTM Ajit Kumar. DTM Ajit Kumar, could you please read out the objectives of the speaker?
Thank you, Toastmaster Day and for the Toastmasters of Arabian Toastmasters Club. Here the speaker is attempting the level 1, level 4 speech number 1, and the title, Leading Your Team. The objectives are, the member has to lead a small team to complete a project. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience leading a team in the process of completing the project. Time is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, DTM Ajit Kumar. Our first speaker tonight is Toastmaster Vijay Uday. She is a fun-loving homemaker and an MCA and BEd graduate. She is working as a software faculty, a genuine person showing love and passion for care to friends. Her aspirations are public speaking, exploring, and learning. Her view about today's theme is, there is always a way where is a will. There is a way we have to believe. With constant willpower, verily we can face our stress and strain, storm and strife, and serious setbacks. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Vijay Uday. Title of the speech is Veni, Vidhi, and Visi. Veni, Vidhi, and Visi, Toastmaster Vijay Uday.
Are we audible?
Yeah. You're audible.
I came, I saw, I conquered. The thought came, we believed, we could, and we did it. Prabhu's President, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
My elder daughter Dashni is studying 6th grade in Al-Nusan International School. She had a speech contest. I suggested she should speak on the indiscriminate use of plastic. Really, she did a great job and won the first place. We were on cloud 9. After a couple of weeks, we were having our usual monthly ladies' party in our compound party hall. There was fun, laughter, delicious food, and merriment everywhere. There were many games for ladies and kids. Everyone was enjoying each other's company. Once the party got over, the cleaners started cleaning. But my daughter Darshini looked a bit upset and worried. I was wondering what went wrong. When I questioned her, it hits me quite literally. She asked me most suddenly, "Mom, last month only we gave a lengthy speech on the mindless use of plastic. And now look at what we are doing." She pointed at the plastic plates, plastic spoons, and plastic cups which were lying all over in our party hall. I felt sudden sense of guilt and shame that we did not practice what we preached. I had to do something for that. So I shared my thoughts with my friends Kaushika, Priya, and Yindu in our WhatsApp group. They too felt something needed to be done. We decided we four would form a team and would start to avoid plastic as and when possible. We decided on the following. First thing, no more use of single-use plastic, which is 50% of the waste. Second thing, all the plastic water bottles to be replaced by metal or glass water bottles. Third thing, for shopping, we started to use our cotton bag. We refused to take our plastic carry bags and covers. And finally, for the parties, we bought good quality metal plates, metal spoons, and metal cups, which needed a good clean before and after use. After a couple of weeks of following this, gave us a great sense of accomplishment and thought this message needed to be spread. We started using our own flyer, presentations, and even we changed our WhatsApp DP too. We used social media extensively and let the whole world know what we four were doing. The news spread slowly and steadily. We were pleasantly surprised that once we received a call from our campus manager, we were told they are going to felicitate us for bringing such a solid and spiritual revolution. The cleaners were so grateful to us, we could save their precious time and workload. We too enjoyed the attention and we thought we have to take this to the next level. When my daughter Darshini asked me the first time, "Do we practice what we preach?" It was pinching. Now it felt better. However, the journey was not so smooth. We had to fight with our own demons. Self-doubt has killed many noble causes. But when we look back, there is a certain kind of peace in what we did. We four used to take up different kind of projects. We once collected all the unused and unwanted stationery accessories and rest materials from our friends in all the compounds. And we could give it to the needy people. Believe me, when we saw the smiling faces of the recipients, we felt bliss. We also started to distribute refreshments and water to the penurious on weekly basis. Now they have become more used to us. If we miss a week, they will call and remind us. One thing I learned in this entire process is that we have to keep the end in mind, not the process. Problems, self-doubts, misunderstandings, ego clashes will rise. But once we look at the prime objective, all these things will take the backseat. When we taste the success and appreciation, we know it was worth it. Our friendship and understanding have grown many folds. Dear Arabians, I came, I saw, I conquered, The thought came, we believed we could, we did it. This experience left me more humble and self-confident. If I can do it, definitely we all can do it. Let's not try to build an Eiffel Tower. But if we can stop our car and give water to the thirsty without asking him, I'm sure our presence on this planet is justified. Over to Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijayute. Our second speaker tonight is trying to complete her Pathways Level 5, speech number 1. The evaluator of the second speaker is Toastmaster Jos Pekatil. Toastmaster Jos Pekatil, could you please read out the objectives of the speaker?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Dr. Shanti Rekha is attempting her Pathways 1 Level 5 speech project number 1. The duration of the speech is 8 to 10 minutes. The purpose of this project is to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer or other organizations. And the speech is a reflection of her experience and or impact of the topic Envision Your Vision. Feedback received from the peers in the forum of a 360 evaluation. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jos Pekatil. Our second speaker tonight is Toastmaster Shanti Rekha. She is a clinical psychologist, NLP practitioner, certified life coach, corporate trainer for past 20 years, worked in various capacities in Toastmasters, DELC 2021 Vice Chair, founder president of NISA Toastmasters Club, working in International School Jubail as school counselor, an active member in social service, Area 69 Director, District Training Officer. Oh my God. And her motto in life is love all. Her view about today's theme is, if someone is determined to do something, he will find a way to accomplish it regardless of obstacles. She proved her statement by giving the example that how the school switched to online mode of education in this situation of pandemic. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Shanti Rekha. Title of her speech is Envision Your Vision. Envision Your Vision, Toastmaster Shanti Rekha.
Can you please stop my spotlight because I'm not able to see the timer. Just remove the spotlight. Thank you. Timer, please note it's 8 to 10 minutes. So 8 minutes green, 9 minutes yellow, yeah, and 10 minutes red. Thank you. Let me share my screen. Thank you, Tia Moody, for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome to the session on leadership. Leaders are not just it's not just a title, flowchart, or a position, but an example. As examples set for the team, it's about one life influencing other. Effective leadership is not about making speeches or being liked. Leadership is defined by results. He involves in solidarity and influence the society. He's capable of seeing the world through a child's eye and loving unconditionally. Leadership is the art of motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a common goal. In corporate world, leadership is a buzzword. I often ask myself, what is my leadership quality? There are many leadership styles like contribution, responsibility, motivation, mentor, etc. Dear fellow Toastmasters, what do you think is mine? Well, to answer that question, when I was working with IMS, Institute for Management Service in Mumbai, we went through a 2-day workshop on 360-degree evaluation of leadership qualities. Basically, during this workshop, we were asked to send out a survey to my peers, colleagues, juniors, seniors on my leadership qualities. And the results came back. Now guess what it could be? The answer is, it was motivational mentor leadership style. And that was very reassuring because I have been working with a group of very capable and willing employees thus far. And this happened when I was working with a team of 20 initially. And later on with the styles and everything, I was promoted as a country head with a team of 150. I realized that my style eventually helped me to be successful. Mentor leadership focuses on developing the strengths of individual and empowering the team. After this job, I moved to another job that is an NGO where I worked for underprivileged children. This is Dharavi. Located in Mumbai, Maharashtra, India, considered to be one of the Asia's largest slums. Dharavi as an area of just almost 2.1 square kilometers, density and a population of almost 10,000. Dharavi is one of the most densely populated areas in the world. And this project came to me as a big challenge, as we had to train teachers of Balwadis and Anganwadis of Dharavi on teaching methodologies. It was really a Herculean task, as we had to stay in slum areas the whole day for months together. We didn't have enough trainers to train the vast area. To add to this, my team was not willing to be a part of this project. As a leader, I was in a fix on what to do. My mentor leadership helped me along with the golden circle concept. And what is this golden circle? Is this. The golden circle is an innovative concept. It's super inspiring and challenges the status quo at the core of identifying your purpose of what you do in a business or life. I conducted a workshop with them, making them understand why we have to do this project. And this model consists of 3 questions. Why, how, what? Every organization and leaders know what they are doing. And some know how they are doing. And very few people know why they are doing. And by why, according to Cynic, very few organizations and leaders know the purpose of the things they are doing. We should know why we are doing, of what we are doing. The fellow Toastmasters, I would like to have a small quiz for all of you. Can anyone guess who is this person? Anyone can unmute and answer who is this person. Okay. Now, what about this one? Anyone can unmute and answer. The second one, they are the brothers. Yes, I'm getting an answer from Ravish. Yes, I got an answer in my WhatsApp. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much for the answer. Very good. The race for flight a century ago, the Wright brothers were working hard to develop the first manned flying machine. They weren't the only ones. One of the chief rivals was Samuel, and he is the person which I have just shown. And we know Wright brothers, that he was successful. Whereas Samuel, we really don't know what he is. But whereas he was the biggest, rival of Wright brothers. He was an esteemed scientist and secretary at Smith-Austin Institute. It was also known that Lange was obsessed with his place in science history. The Wright brothers are the one who created for inventing the first successful airplane in 1903. Lange was a well-connected man and he was well-funded. He was able to assemble a great team around him to create the world's first highly funded one. On the other hand, the Wright brothers didn't attend any high school. Hardly they had a team who were graduate. Unlikely Lange, and they were not at all funded. And do you know, fellow Toastmasters, the only source of money they had access to was the money they made during the time they worked on the bicycle shop. Despite these factors, we know who are there, but hardly we know who is the other person. Why? One of the advantage, why? Because they were motivated and they were able to motivate others despite several failed attempts. Wright brothers and the team did not give up because there's a clarity of why. In contrast, he was motivated by what? He was more concerned with becoming famous and wealthy. And because of which, the Wright brothers started with why, and they were the one who succeeded. The Toastmasters, I worked with the same principle of why and motivated and ignited a team to see the why in this Dharavi project. Ultimately, the project was a great success, training almost 1,000 teachers. Over, the why was strengthening the ability to teachers to deliver, improve teaching learning experiences in classrooms and regenerating education. We have almost impacted 38,000 students, and my team which worked were awarded as the team became very renowned in Mumbai. Later, then I relocated to Saudi Arabia. I joined Arabian Toastmaster Club with the concept again, why? Because I want to improve, not for any position. I served as VP PR for 1 year. Thereafter, I started a club exclusively for women. And in this process, also I used the why concept of Cynic and mentorship leadership and led the team. And now it is one of the successful and renowned club. And that is NISA, the Pride of Jubail Women's Toastmaster Club. And dear fellow Toastmasters, leadership is not lonely, no matter how your team is big. Sometimes it's you who wish what you want to look into self and motivate others. Now, there was another incident which created aha moment in my life. A leader, once what happened is one woman went to him and said, please tell my child to eat less sugar. He's none other Mahatma Gandhi. He looked at the boy and looked at the woman, nodded his head. He said, come later, after 2 months. Again, after 2 months, the woman went to Mahatma. Again say, Mahatma, please tell my child not to eat sugar as his health is deteriorating. Mahatma said, dear, don't eat sugar. And when such a great person said, he immediately said yes, and the woman was very happy. And he asked Mahatma, she asked Mahatma, 2 months ago, why you didn't say? At that time, he said, even I was eating sugar. How can I preach, which I'm not practicing? I believed in the same statement, and I took a role of Sergeant at Arms in the Toastmaster Club after my tenure as my president. Because I wanted to preach what I practice, that all the roles are pivotal in any organization. I believe in the same. The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He's the one that gets the team and leads them. I hope in my life I'll get many opportunities to enhance my skill sets and quality of leadership in a more responsible, resourceful manner and empower people so that to envision their vision. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Libby. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shantareka. The third speaker tonight is trying to complete his Project Pathways Level 1 speech number 1. The evaluator of the third speaker is Toastmaster Arun Vasan. Toastmaster Arun Vasan, could you please read out the objectives of the speaker?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Thanks for reminding me that. Toastmaster Aditya Mantri is attempting his icebreaker, and the purpose of this speech is that he has to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. The time allotted is 4 to 6 minutes, and all the best to you, Toastmaster Aditya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun Vasan. Our third speaker tonight is Toastmaster Aditya Mantri. His professional occupation is love problem solving. Aspiring software developer, his hobbies, apart from sleeping, are sketching, traveling, and exploring. His opinion about today's theme is impossible is made possible due to will. And the fire burning within you, even sky will never be the limit. Hard work beats talent. When talent doesn't work hard, is his favorite line of motivation. We welcome Toastmaster Aditya Mantri. The title of his speech is Just Kalivali. Just Kalivali, Toastmaster Aditya Mantri.
Am I audible? No?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're audible.
So, what is the unifying theme of your life? For me, it has been this amazing sentence by Alan Wilson Ward, who says that the only way to make sense out of the change is to plunge into it and move with it, and join the dance and groove with it. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, a very warm good evening to one and all. I want you to take a trip with me back to my childhood. It was an era when smart camera phones were just invented. A small baby boy was born in a small village of Khamgaon near Nagpur, the Orange City. I was born with the third most common name, Aditya, and the most iconic surname, Mantri. I mean, what are the odds? I was born to Satish and Archana, my parents, who apparently were going to see their fortunes change because of me, obviously. My father got a job in Sikkim, Saudi Arabia, and I suddenly zoomed to this country, Saudi Arabia, where the prices of petrol seemed cheaper than water. But sadly, it has become now a pride of the past. Through my childhood here at IIS Jubail, I was garlanded with lots of compliments, and most common of them was hyperactive. At least what I thought it to be a compliment. I mean, hyper for me then was big, vast, and active felt like a compliment, opposite of dull. And there comes a proud reply by me to the teachers that, oh, thank you. It's all because of my parents. I mean, they were the one who taught me this. 2 minutes of silence for me because I was not sure what I was saying then. But this didn't stop me here. I was introduced with more compliments. They all started flooding in as I started to grow up. Talkative, easily distracted, and the most infamous among all, the notorious. In fact, even the headmasters was overwhelmed about this achievement of mine. He personally called me to his room and asked me for my father's number. And who knew that my father was a frequent dialer in his phone already? The only reason I was not getting expelled from the school was the sheer fact that I was good at academics. I mean, not to brag about it, but I was indeed really good at academics. And it was until I met 11th standard, because 11th saw me into a deep depression where I had to choose between career and the enjoyment of life. I was known by many not by my first name, but by my last name, that is Mantri, because Mantri seemed iconic and catchy. By the end of 11th, I almost regularly found myself in the dilemma that should I get involved in the ongoing discussions among my friends and college about the colleges, or stick to the delicious lunch box that my mother made. I mean, I am a big foodie, and for me, living is something when you eat, not eating to live. But eventually, having aspirant software developers as my friend circle motivated me to learn more about computer science as a subject. And there I was, a year after that, standing in front of Motilal Nehru Institute of Technology, wanting to pursue my bachelor's and begin my journey as a young novice in the field of technology. Oh, college tales. I mean, you all must have lived the college, right? What amazing, wonderful memories do we make there? Good friend circles and whatnot. Whenever I recall my memories, I just get into a different zone, a zone which have activities involved from jumping out of running classes or to sleeping to senior hostels in spite of having strict in time. I experienced it all because I wanted to have an exposure which none other student had then. And perhaps I was lucky enough to leave these moments before China hit us. Oh, I'm sorry, pandemic hit us. Yeah, pandemic. In fact, let me share a small experience of mine. You know, it was during the last week of end semester examination where we were getting shot by the subject examinations day after day. There were no gap at all. And I had my physics examination at 8 a.m. the very next day. Although I had made some notes beforehand and I was well prepared for it, but after coming back to my room and going through the notes actually made me confused because I wasn't able to remember anything. I wasn't able to concentrate either. And it was as if my memory was laughing at me that, oh, suffer boy, suffer. It's not going to happen this time. I took a scratch before I even finished the first two chapters. And it was already 12:47 a.m. night. I remember this exactly because exactly at 12:48, I called my father. It's not happening. I can't do this. It's not my cup of tea. It might be better that I might have taken arts. At least something could be in my control. And to which he replied, and to which I remember till date, that Aditya, listen, khalli walli. What has happened has happened. What will happen will happen. It's nothing in your control. You can't do anything about it. So just relax. Khalli walli. I mean, I just remember these two words, khalli walli, because these were something unique which I heard for the first time. And this had me think about, all right, I can do it. What is the worst thing going to happen? I might fail. I might stay in the college. But I didn't realize that me staying in the college would be during the summertime. That was, I would have to miss my vacation. So I didn't sleep the entire night. I woke up with my roommate. I made him sit the entire night and teach me each and every crucial formulas which can come in examination. And I didn't give up. So what I think about my experience is that what I've learned from my experience is that do not take tension or do not worry, because by worrying, you're only going to make things miserable for yourself. And this is something which I learned the hard way. And with my roommate and all of these experiences, I have become a grown man as an individual. After the exam, if someone could have been the most happiest, it was me, because I have secured exactly the right marks to pass the examination. Nonetheless, the paper was even tough. And although my roommate had practiced lots and lots of effort to it, he eventually couldn't pass. So it's all a matter of fortune also, which takes into place. So it's all in all, you just have to khalli walli things, which are not in control. As long as you don't take tension, just khalli walli. In conclusion, I would like to say that life is short. So let's just forget worries and live to the fullest without regrets. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Aditya Mantri. Even though he is very busy with his studies, delivered a wonderful icebreaker. With this, we completed all the prepared stages. Can I have the title, please? Toastmaster Vasanthi.
Good evening again. Toastmaster Vijay has taken 6 minutes 54 seconds. Toastmaster Shantirika has taken 10 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Aditya 6 minutes 52 seconds. Except Aditya, the remaining two are qualified.
So we need to cast the vote. Yeah. I request all the Toastmasters to please cast their votes, keeping in mind the objectives of each speaker. I request the vote counter, Toastmaster Prashant Karle. Please send the ballots.
Yeah, Zoom Master, for the time being, can you remove me co-host so that I can participate in the voting?
Please do. Toastmaster Prashant Karle. Toastmaster Prashant Karne, please let me let me know about that if the voting is over, please.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, there is a technical glitch. So I'm now sharing the. Can I have 4 more members, please?
Yeah, Toastmaster Prashant, I don't see the voting ballot on my display.
Okay.
I'm not sure what is the issue is there.
Can you please send it through WhatsApp then?
Okay,
Yeah.
I will send my vote for WhatsApp.
Thank you.
Okay. With this, I would close this polling.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant Karle. So we will have a break for 10 minutes. Before that, 2 IDs are there with us. Like one ID is Darshini and another one it is YL, it is mentioned. So who, if they are the guest, can you please introduce?
Toastmaster of the day, Darshni is my daughter's ID.
Okay, and YL1 ID also in between. Anyone? If you want to welcome them, if any guests, we have to welcome them. That's why.
I think that the idea has left the meeting, so fine, we can continue.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Ravish. So we are having a 10 minutes break. Before that, table topic master, Toastmaster Vail Murugan, if you want to confirm your TT speaker's name, you can please do it before the break. You can inform.
I'm just planning Madam Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal as one of the table topics. And Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal. So, and Toastmaster Abid, are you there? Then Toastmaster Ashik Nazir.
Toastmaster Murugan, I am actually a table topic evaluator.
Oh, okay,
Ashik,
okay.
Toastmaster Ashik.
Yes, okay.
Evaluator.
So we may require 2 more, maybe.
Take me.
Are you able to? Is it possible? You can.
You can in Toastmaster Velmurugan.
Toastmaster Velmurugan, we couldn't hear you.
Oh, really? Is it okay? Are you able to listen to me?
Please read out the names once again, Toastmaster Vail Murugan.
Yeah, Madam Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal, Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal, Toastmaster Abid, Toastmaster Arun Vasan. Then DTM Ajit Kumar. So let us have 5 contestants.
Well, I am an evaluator. If you have another person who is not having a role, fine. Okay. Otherwise, I can take it also, no problem. But if you have another person, fine, let me know.
Any other person is willing to take up?
All the others are assignees, I think.
Yeah. But today I think all are assigned.
Any assignee can be a TT speaker, not the issue, I think.
Assignees, you can give a chance.
DTM Jose, would you like to take?
It's also an evaluator.
He's an assignee as well.
Okay.
So look at the people who are not assigned first and then others.
Yeah. Already this all covered. I would like to request any one of the assignees also to participate, because we are planning to have 5 table topics in this. So
okay, take me in, no problem.
Yeah, thank you. It's clear now.
So now we will have a break for 10 minutes. Return within 10 minutes. To conduct table topic session, we have a very confident and compassionate person. He is a mechanical engineer by profession and currently working as a senior project manager in a company named Evaluator. His hobbies are reading books and watching programs, especially economic related programs in YouTube. Leading a happy life with his wife and 2 kids here in Dubai. Please welcome Toastmaster Vel Murugan as a table topic master. Toastmaster.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Table topics helps members practice the art of improvisation and also help us think on our feet. This helps us develop for vital communication skills, listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering.
Or bad.
The topics I have selected today would be improving the skills of our members. Further, not delaying the things, I would like to request the timer to tell us about the timing for the Toastmaster for the table topics session.
Okay. For the table topic, I can hear. For the table topic session, my mic is.
Yes, Toastmaster, you can please continue. You are just muted now.
Okay. For the table topics, 1 minute is green, and 1 minute 30 seconds is yellow, and 2 minutes is red, and 2 minutes 30 seconds, 30 minutes extra grace period is available after for the qualification. Thank you, and over to you.
Our first member who will be participating in this table topics is Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal. Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal, are you there? Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal.
Good evening, Toastmaster.
Yes. Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal, the topic is Who would you like to meet if you go back in time? I am repeating again. Who would you like to meet if you go back in time? Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters, and thank you, Table Topic Master, for that wonderful topic. Well, going back in time is a fascinating thought. As soon as I heard the topic, I literally went back in time. And the first thought that came to me, I want to meet my mother. It's been more than 2 years I have stayed away from my parents. And the first thing I want to do that to meet her, greet her, thank her, and express my love towards her. If I get the opportunity to go more back in time, I would really love to meet Mother Teresa. I have heard and read a lot about her greatness. People who have met her for once have changed their lives, their lifestyle, their thought. So I really want to go back in time and meet Mother Teresa, spend some time to see what her thoughts were, how she was able to develop so much humanity in people. And even if I could learn a small bit of it, that would make my life successful. Thank you, and over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal, for such a wonderful speech. I would like to request Toastmaster Abid for the second topic. Toastmaster Abid.
Yeah, good evening to everyone. Toastmaster.
Yes, welcome, Toastmaster Abid. Your topic is tomorrow would be better than today. Tomorrow would be better than today. Agree or disagree? Toastmaster Abid.
Good evening, Toastmasters. It is rightly said, and it is a optimistic thinking that tomorrow will be better than today. I definitely believe in this statement because if you believe in this statement, then you will work hard, whether in your professional life or whether to improve your personal traits, because you are having a goal, and goal is always in future, to be decided in future. To reach that goal, you are working hard, you are keeping yourself busy, you are also having certain motives, and you are following that motives diligently and persistently. So to have a better future, one should have a goal, and that goal uh, is always future, and in that manner a person has to work hard. Like as far as my personal experience is concerned, when I was in 10th class, I was very poor in studies, but I had a goal to score good marks in 12th. So I worked hard. So my 12th percentage was higher than my 10th percentage. So in this way, we can see with the example that if a person has a good goal, or if he thinks optimistic, then he is getting good results also in his life. So that's it for my side. So I am optimistic, and I hope every Toastmaster is also optimistic for the tomorrow. Over to you, Table Topic Masters of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abid, for such a nice delivery. Our third speaker is Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal. Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal. Could you please acknowledge? Yeah, Sheetal Agarwal. Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal, your topic is talk about the most memorable moment in your life. talk about the most memorable event in your life. Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal.
Good evening, Table Topic Master, for giving me this wonderful topic. Good evening once again to all. My topic is my most memorable moment. With this topic, I got a chance to think about that moment, to live that moment again for a couple of minutes. Thank you, TT Master, for this wonderful topic. I feel the most memorable moment in my life is from 2005 to 2014. That was the time when I worked independently as a dentist. During that time frame, I gained my own identity as a doctor. When I was a child, the people used to know me as a daughter of so and so. When I went to the school, when I went to the college, my friends used to call me, oh, okay, she's from that school. She's from that town. When I go in my society, my friends, they used to call me by the name of my daughter. Someone used to know me by the name of my husband. But the time between 2006 to 2014, when I work independently as a dentist, people used to know me by my name, by my work. For them, I am a Dr. Sheetal only, not a daughter of someone, not a wife of someone, and not as a mother of someone. So I really feel I could live that time again in my life if I get a chance. And that was the most memorable time frame in my life. Though I believe that every day is the memorable, but your question was very specific. So I have to speak something specific. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Our next speaker is DTM Ajit Kumar. DTM Ajit Kumar, your topic is failure is the stepping stone for success. Failure is the stepping stone for success. Agree or disagree? Why?
Toastmaster Day for Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. You know, it's a very old saying that failure is a stepping stone for success. But I don't believe that's true. The reason is that whenever people say that, okay, failure is a stepping stone for success, so please consider my failure as just a first step towards my success. Kind of an excuse for failing. But because it is not necessary that you have to learn everything by making mistakes in life. There is enough ample opportunities for you to learn from others, learn from the surroundings, learn from the various inputs you get by way of your way of your education, way of your interaction with your society, with your interaction with your family, and their feelings, looking at their feelings. You can understand as to what you must do correctly, because we are all born with basic intelligence. So if you don't, a child doesn't have to burn his hand entirely to understand that, like if you stick his hand into the fire, it will burn. But it understands. But it's not always necessary that the child has to go and put his hand inside the fire to learn. To learn that particular aspect. So the very word that failure is a stepping stone for success is it's just an excuse for failing. I don't accept it as a right approach, a right attitude towards being successful in life. Being successful in you must learn from the mistakes of others. You must learn from the events. You must learn from the education which you get to understand as to what is the right thing to do in life. Because many times you don't get a second chance. Many times that when the opportunity knocks at your door, you have to be right. When you do something, when you do something very crucial in your life, you have to be right. There is no chance for you to fail and learn from it. What if an airline pilot thinks that way, that he has to fail to learn to fly, do you think he will get a second chance? So I think that particular aspect is not agreeable to me. Over to you.
Thank you, DTM Ajit Kumar, for such a nice shift of about our thinking. Like we normally think that it's a stepping stone for success, but there is a paradigm shifter now. Thank you. Thanks for that. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Arun Vasan. Toastmaster Arun Vasan. You acknowledge?
Yeah, here.
Yeah. Toastmaster Arun Vasan, your topic is the nature will rectify on its own. The nature will rectify on its own. Agree or disagree? How?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and good evening to you, Table Topic Master of the Day. Nature will rectify on its own is something I totally, completely do not believe. I'm totally against that, that nature will take its own course and everything will become all right. The future is very perfect. We just don't have to do anything. All those things are just like the Toastmaster Aditya was saying, Kali. To me, this thoughts is nothing short of Kali only. You need to take responsibility for your actions. I think that is the most important thing each and every one of us ought to do. Before we act, we need to think twice, thrice, and how it will not only affect us, but the environment, the people around us, their thoughts, the vibes that we create in the universe. I think those are the small, small things that one should clearly focus on and work towards it. Now, we, under the pretext of growing, trying to make life more comfortable for others, thinking that we are achieving great success in life. Technology is booming, but what are we doing? We are only actually killing Mother Planet, and probably this corona is one of the best example one can quote under the present circumstances. We are, we have kind of wasted 2 years horribly just because people back in one particular state could not control their tongue. They just wanted to eat whatever they like, and look at what it has resulted in the whole planet Earth. And yes, now it's probably correcting itself, but at a huge cost. But had we just kept a little bit check on ourselves, if we had been a little bit less or having a better control on our tongue and our talk and our actions, definitely the things would be much more smoother, more greener, and we don't have to have all these global meetings, listen to all people talking here and there, worry about greenhouse emission and all those things, worry about the carbon footprint. We can really, everything Mother Nature has provided to us perfectly. We just have to accept and be happy with what we have. I'll go back with the president said that if minimalistic thinking is truly practiced, we can achieve what we can achieve with this goal very easily. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun Vasan, for such a nice, wonderful speech. I would like to request the timer to say the Simon's report.
Good evening once again. Toastmaster Rahul has 6 seconds. Toastmaster Abid Khan has 8 seconds. Toastmaster Sheetal has taken 2 minutes. Toastmaster DTM Ajit Kumar has taken 24 seconds. And Toastmaster Arun Vasan has taken 2 minutes 20 qualified.
So, are all qualified, timer?
Yes, all are qualified.
I would like to request the vote counter to display the votes. I'm going to launch the poll for the best table topic speaker. I would request 3 members to vote. Anyone cannot see the screen, please send me the WhatsApp message. Okay, I'm going to end the poll. Thank you.
Thank you, vote counter. I would like to thank the Toastmaster of the day and VP Education for giving me this opportunity to conduct the table topics. I have really enjoyed the session. I would like to hand over the session to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Well Murugan. Successfully conducted the TT session. Now let us enter into the next segment of the meeting, the evaluation session. To conduct the evaluation session, we have a cheerful and friendly person. He is VP Education of our club. He is working as contract specialist at Sadara Chemical Company. His hobbies are cooking, singing, and doing stand-up comedies with friends. His motto in life is always be happy. His view about theme of the day is he firmly believes and practice that if someone has the desire and determination to do something, he or she can find a method for accomplishing it, no matter what the situation is. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Ravish Malpani as our General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for the wonderful and encouraging introduction. A warm good evening to all fellow Toastmasters and respected guests. I really love to see the faces of all the Toastmasters, so I may request all to please open their cams. Thank you. I welcome you all in the most amazing and the main session of our education learning. Yes, that is evaluation session. Do you all know what lies the purpose and benefits of the evaluation? Any guesses or anything from the Toastmaster? Why we do these evaluations? Any points? Well, let me help you out. The first objective is that it helps to ensure the speech objectives are met, the main purpose. Second, it helps in identifying the successes where it has went very well. And the third, it helps in identifying the areas of improvement so that they can be worked upon further for the development of the one who got evaluated. So these are the main benefits of an evaluation session. Oh, you must be aware, like when anybody tries to do something, generally in his viewpoint, he thinks that he has done his best to his understanding. It happens with us, right? Because we know, yes, I have done, so it must be the best one. And here lies the essence of evaluation, which is not only give the in-depth analysis and reflection for one, but also further learning for his own improvement. Do you agree with this or not? Well, just to an example, like when we are getting dressed up for any party or the friends, we wear our best clothing, we have our best makeups. And at the end, we'll feel, I must be looking best because I have done myself. But when we go in front of the mirror, don't we again come back to again dress up ourselves? Do we? Why? Because mirror shows the true evaluation where we further need to improve. And this is exactly what happens in evaluation session, where you can see the mirror in the eyes of the evaluators and can further guide you for improvements. So evaluation helps in making the efficient and effective speech crafts. It also enhances our creativity and ability to practice and to make us a better speaker. Now, you will be evaluated by different evaluators in their own unique way, but It always encourages the speaker and makes him or her motivated to become a further better speaker. Fellow Toastmasters, here at Arabians, we don't lift weights, we lift people. One of the main reasons we have this evaluation session is to lift our members. So they'll come back and speak again, but with a more different and improved version of each time. Right? So, fellow Toastmaster, let us go deep dive in the evaluation session. Are you all ready for this? Thank you. To help me conduct the evaluation session, I have a team of impeccable Toastmasters who are the stone pillars and the strength of our club. They are going to do their meticulous work as evaluator, and I'm confident that not only the speakers, but all the new Toastmasters will get benefit from the evaluations. So, beginning further, today, the first prepared speech was delivered by Toastmaster Viji Uday, who attempted her elective projects from the pathway leadership development.
Mr. Ravish, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Yeah. To evaluate her speech, we have distinguished Toastmaster Ajit Kumar. He's very down to the earth, always helping nature, loving Toastmaster. And today, when he accepted at the last moment this role, this really shows the care what he takes for the club and the passion what he drives in the Toastmasters. Thank you, DT Ajit Kumar. He's retired from the Saudi Arabia and enjoying the tranquility of his nothingness, even though he says nothing less, but it is all fullness. His thought on the theme is that by where there's a will, there's a way. We can find the pleasure of the little things and give a better stress-free existence. So please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Ajit Kumar to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Viji Uday. Over to you, DTM Ajit sir.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that nice introduction. And good evening for Toastmasters for Arabian and in particular Toastmaster Viji Uday. And thank you for bringing out a very important topic this evening to all of us. And you coined the word like we came, we found a way, and we implemented Vini, Vidi, and Visi. Well, the speaker wanted to highlight the overuse of plastics, one hellacious problem we all face today, and how she used her leadership to organize a team to mitigate this to the best way possible to make a change in her surroundings. So she brought out a topic with her own experience, making herself as an object of to emulate by others. First of all, thank you for highlighting, once again, thank you for highlighting this very serious problem we all face in the planet, and a topic is very relevant to every listeners today. And you could develop the contest, that's the best part, with a challenging situation faced at home where your own daughter was questioning your credibility. A situation which we all face. And that is really thought-provoking as are we really practicing what we preach every time? So this situation which you brought out actually connected very well with the audience. That's what I feel. And when you went on to deliver your speech, you came up with very good clarity, good rate of speaking, and an excellent structure with good transitions, logical connections, and a powerful conclusion, leaving everybody with a thought as to, are we really justifying our existence in this planet? And it's a very, very thought-provoking question you are leaving the audience with. And that's the good, powerful ending, I feel. So this is an excellent project you presented today, Madam Toastmaster Vijay. And you had lots of very good examples. And also you brought out some of the challenges you faced in your leadership in bringing that team together, such as the people were they were reluctant, they were misunderstanding, they were questioning their own whether they could be successful, they were self-doubt. All these things were hampering your progress. And so in such a great project which you presented today, there is an element of improvement which you could bring out, is that this project is primarily is expected to portray as to what leadership trait you have and you have used to influence your team, how you could effectively build the team together. That is what you had to spend maximum in your project today. Well, you presented a lot of other things, thinking about what you did and what results came out. But, and that example, one or two examples as to your people were reluctant, that a reluctant participant of yours because of self-doubt, misunderstanding, whatever you said. How did you influence them to come to the mainstream and contribute? That is one example which was missing. Otherwise, it was a wonderful project, well delivered, and I'm looking forward to seeing much better projects from you in the coming future. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Ajit Kumar. Moving further, today's second prepared speech was delivered by Toastmaster Shanti Rekha, who attempted her elective project from the Pathways Dynamic Leadership Level 5 Project 1. To evaluate her speech, we have our founder president of Arabian Toastmaster Club, founder member of Jebel Toastmaster Club, and the sponsor of Elite Toastmaster Club. Yes, he is Toastmaster Jose Paquetel. He had worked with AYTB for more than 25 years in every department. Now retired and settled in Houston, Texas. Have 3 grown-up children and is enjoying his life. You can see from the smiling face of his. His thoughts on the theme of the day is, theme reminds us that nothing is impossible in this world. Even the word impossible is spelled I am possible, which means everything is possible if you work hard towards realizing it. You need to have a strong will. If you follow your heart and work hard, success shall be yours. Wonderful, sir. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Jose Paquetel to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Shanti Rekha. Over to you, sir.
Toastmaster Jose.
Okay, I did. Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and in particular, Dr. Shanti Rekha. Madam Toastmaster Shanti Rekha, first of all, let me congratulate you for completing your project Pathways 1 Level 5 Project 1. You have not only met the objectives of the project, but have exceeded and conquered it. Congratulations. You have given Hallacious examples of working under various organizations and giving workshops. You have narrated your experience while working under NGO in Dharavi with a dense population of more than 10,000 people, which is considered as one of the biggest dense populated area in the world. You organized the school in the slum with more than 38,000 students. Working with such organization, one of the requirement of your project objective while you were leading it, which you did. Congratulations again. You again started a women's only Toastmasters club called NISA. You quoted Mahatma Gandhi and gave the example of preach what you practice. You put up a picture and asked the audience if they recognize it, and then 2 more pictures. You had the audience involved in your project, in your speech, and got an answer from the audience as well. We expect more from a seasoned Toastmaster like yourself in a speech than a regular, new, and upcoming Toastmasters. Because you are a leader, an experienced and accomplished Toastmaster, in this context, I want to hold you to a higher standard than other Toastmasters and their speeches. Your speech is more than okay, but then anything can be done better. Though you have already included the involvement of audience in your speech, I would humbly recommend that you include more participation from the audience at different levels of your speech, which will make the audience more involved and glued in your project, in your speech. Another suggestion I have is maybe your speech can be broken down to few segments to make it more digestible by the audience to achieve what I mentioned earlier, involvement of the audience. All these two recommendations I am giving, even though you have already met the requirement of your project in terms of clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gesture, audience awareness, everything you have scored in the higher part of the points. I hope you will pay more attention. I like to hear more speeches from you in the future. Thank you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Joe Spagatel, for the wonderful evaluation. Now, moving further, the third prepared speech was hilariously delivered by Toastmaster Aditya Mantri, who had attempted his icebreaker speech from the Pathways Level 1, Project 1. To evaluate his speech, we have a soft-spoken, enthusiastic, and encouraging member of our club, Toastmaster Arun Vasan. He is working as a manager in Bureau Veritas and a mechanical engineer by profession. His hobbies are cooking, photography, music, and spends most of his spare time in composing the bhajans. His thought on the theme of the day is, life is all about willpower. That is what sets you apart from the crowd. Just don't worry and never give up. Wonderful, sir. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Arun Vasan to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Aditya Mantri. Over to you, Toastmaster Arun Vasan.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that kind introduction. Is Toastmaster Aditya in the meeting or has he left? I think he's not there. Anyway, still, I got a job to do. Okay, good evening once again. And Toastmaster Aditya, congrats, you finished it. You killed it, you nailed it, you name it. It was really hellacious. Now, you know the word hellacious, you could use it in two different ways. One is that, yes, in the positive sense that it was awesome, it was great, it was splendid, all those things. And the other side of it, that it wasn't so great or it wasn't so nice, and that's it. So you were able to manage both extremes beautifully. No, I know that this is a Zoom platform, but you almost like zoomed through your speech, just took it from your birth, the third son. You went how you were lucky you were to your parents, and then how you came to Saudi, how your school, your college life, everything, almost like a super speed you took us, and we enjoyed the ride thoroughly and very convincingly. Your strength, of course, is in your great sense of self-belief, your cool nature, your confidence level. All these are your plus points. And one of the most catchy thing about your speech was your speech craft, your command over English, the description part of it. Few points which I really liked was, I know you had taken humor as your pathways. This one, I was wondering why humor, since you are now going to step into a professional life. But I could see that humor is like almost built in your system. It comes to you most naturally. And the way you said that the headmaster had your number on a speed dial was really awesome. and then how you're hyperactive, and the part where you said that you are a foodie and you live only to eat, and towards this one when you said it's not happening, I think I've heard it somewhere before. And the title itself, just Kalivali, I think no one else other than you can think of such a beautiful title, and you lived up to it. Now, just a couple of points here and there that I just want you to probably focus on. It would be very helpful to hone yourself much better. Number one is that I felt that you're a bit casual in your speech delivery. You can be a bit more serious because end of the day, it's a speech where you are investing not only your time and also the time of the speakers. So you need to be a bit more responsible while delivering. It would have a greater impact. People would appreciate that part of it. Number two is that when you said that you took hyperactive as a compliment, and I felt that you took it really very seriously. You need to really slow down when you deliver your speech. You don't have to really run so fast. Maybe the rate can be controlled here and there. You can allow people to go through the transitions, enjoy those journey. You don't have to really rush. And probably that's why the time was overshot by about 20 seconds or so. If you could have, held back a bit and controlled it, a bit of quality points here and there, you would have definitely won today. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun Vasan, for the wonderful evaluation. Now, moving further to evaluate a very interesting table topic session, we have a very humble and a true gentleman, Toastmaster Muhammad Ashik. He's a marketing professional working for a training and consultancy firm at Dammam. His hobbies includes listening to the comedies. His thoughts on the theme of the day is, if you believe in yourself, you can achieve. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Muhammad Ashik to evaluate the table topic session. Over to you, Toastmaster Muhammad Ashik.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for wonderful introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters. First of all, I congratulate our table topic master for bringing about wonderful, interesting topics for all our table topic speakers. And congratulations to all the table topic speakers who have bravely attempted this topic. Let me go into the evaluation. And our first speaker is Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal. The topic given to him is, who do you like to meet if you go back in time? What I really like in his speech is you, as per the request, as per the topic, you identified the character that is your mother as well as the Mother Teresa, and the energy which you displayed in the inception of the speech is a great. The only improvement what I request from you is you have to bring, if you can bring about why you like the or inspired by this particular personality, it will be great. Our second speaker is Toastmaster Abid. The topic given to him is, tomorrow is better than today, agree or disagree. As requested by the topic, you agreed to the topic, and you brought about the professional and personal and different type of this, why you agree to this topic. And what I request, the kind request is for your improvement of your speeches. If you can bring about a personal story, that will definitely add value to that. Our third speaker is Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal. The topic given to her is the talk about the most memorable moment in your life, and you have displayed number of memorable moments as your doctor, when you are a child, when you are during the university life, and you have confidently spoke about that, and your a great conclusion as well. What I felt is that there are recommendations for your thing is, if you can avoid repeating the topic in your speech, you can save time so that you can add more thing. And further, if you can restrict your memorable moment to identify into one main thing, it will be great. The third speaker is our distinguished Toastmaster Ajit Kumar. The topic given to Toastmaster Ajit Kumar is, failure is stepping stone to success, agree or disagree. And you have nicely went against the topic with much the rationale and the argument against the topic, and you brought nice opportunity to learn why you should disagree to this famous topic. And what my recommendation, if you can, your personal example, if you can brought into the subject, it will be great. And the final speaker is Toastmaster Arun Vasan. The topic given to Toastmaster Arun is the nature will rectify on its own, agree or disagree. You are also disagree to the subject, and with the many example, and you have nicely take responsibility for action. If you can restrict that into one single example for emphasizing and describing it, that particular example, that will be great value to that particular topic or your argument. With that, congratulations, over to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed Asif. This was a wonderful and hellacious evaluation. Thank you. Fellow Toastmaster, please give a round of thunderous applause to my team of evaluators. Now moving further, may I have the timer's report, please?
Once again, DTM Ajit Kumar has taken 3 minutes 50 seconds. Jose Pacatel has taken 3 minutes 19 seconds. Toastmaster Rahul Vasan has taken 3 minutes 17 seconds. Toastmaster Muhammad Ashik has taken 3 minutes 27 seconds. I think except DTM Ajit Kumar, all are qualified.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vasanthi Sai Krishna, as our timer. So, fellow Toastmasters, may I request all of you to please cast your ballots for the best evaluator. May I request Zoom Master to please launch the poll for the best evaluator.
I'm going to launch a poll for the best evaluator. Okay. All of us are voted. I'm going to close this poll. Thank you.
Thank you, our Zoom Master, Toastmaster Prashant Kale. Now moving further, now may I like to call upon our grammarian and the word master, Toastmaster Anjali, to furnish her report.
You're muted, Toastmaster Anjali. You're muted.
Actually, she's not muted, but we can't hear her.
Yeah.
We can't hear you, Toastmaster Anjali.
Toastmaster Anjali, try speaking without that earphone direct.
Is it audible now?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Now audible.
Sorry. So that's the role assigned to me as a grammarian and as wordmaster. It was hellacious job assigned to me, and all the speakers did a hellacious job too throughout the session. And the list of words and phrases, which the sayings which I liked was cloud nine, then preach what you practice. Then as a leader, we have that is, if we have went on through some pathway, that is, if we did something, then it's easy to explain. That is a perfect explanation as a leader. Then it's not my cup of tea. That phrase which we used was very good. Then Kali Vali, that word is first to me, and I just asked my mentor, and I just googled, and the word that word is really good. Then the usage of so could have been restricted, and the failure, the word pronunciation could have been used correctly. Then the other word which I like was ample opportunity, the word which that was a good word usage. Then stick your hand on fire, that was also a good phrase. Then as an example quoted for the table topic session, failures are stepping stones to success. That is the example of airplane which no one could have ever thought about that example. Then the words, that is the word of the day, used by DTM Ajit Kumar Gangadharan, then TM Jose Pekatil, then TM Arun Vasan, and TM Devesh Malpani. Thank you, and over.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anjali, for the very apt report. And congratulations for your first role in the Toastmasters journey. Very well done. Now, moving further, may I have the AHA counter report, please? May I request Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal to furnish the report? Over to you, Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal.
Thank you, General Evaluator. And let me congratulate all the speakers. Most of the speakers were very well versed and in command of their speech. And it was a hellacious task for me to identify any areas for improvement. With my best efforts, I could find very few areas for improvement, and I will go through it in no particular order. So, Toastmaster Vel Murugan had 2 pauses and fillers. Toastmaster Libby James, 1 verbal crutch. Toastmaster Aditya, 4 verbal crutches. Toastmaster Prashant Karle, 2 crutches and 1 fillers. DTM Ajit Kumar, 2 verbal crutches and 1 filler. Toastmaster Jose Pekatil, 1 filler. Toastmaster Dr. Shanti, 1 verbal crutch. Toastmaster Abid Khan, 3 verbal crutches. Toastmaster Arun Vasan, 3 verbal crutches and 1 filler. And Toastmaster Ravish, 1 verbal crutch. Thank you for the opportunity. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul Agarwal. And once again, thank you for taking this close at the last moment during the start of the meeting. So appreciate and to keep the spirit. Thank you. So fellow Toastmasters, having heard my evaluators presenting their very objective evaluations, now it is my turn to present my evaluation for the entire proceedings. I will evaluate the complete meeting in 2 parts. In the first part, I'll discuss the general things, and the second, I'll be very specific to the today's education session. So in general, first, the meeting agenda was circulated well before. Congratulations, our TMOD for same. The theme of the day and the word of the day were very apt and were used in the good spirits by all of the members. There were no cross-talking or mobile disturbances observed during the meeting, except for the 1 instance of mine, so apologies. Now I'll discuss the educational session. The good parts are, first, the theme of the day was introduced in brief and in a very clear manner. Meeting rules were explained very correctly. Word of the day and its usage was displayed well and explained by our grammarian very correctly. There were wonderful speeches by our Toastmasters. All the table topic questions were very new and innovative. Mainly, all our speakers were evaluated fairly, and the relevant improvements needed to individual was very well noted and explained by the evaluators. Well, above there are many positive points recorded in the meeting, which will guide us to make us better and better in upcoming days. Having said, well, there are a few areas of improvement we'd like to mention. The first, Though there were last minute changes in the earlier prepared agenda, but in overall, the meeting went very well and smoothly. So please give a thunder round of applause to all the assignees for their meticulous work. Second, the meeting started just by 2 minutes late. It's okay. Well, most of the Toastmaster members were not in their Toastmaster dress code, generally what we follow in the meeting. Maybe it can be improved. Meeting presence was today limited to maximum 17. I think there's an area of improvement to increase our attendance. One point, thus at least the speaker should be available when his evaluation is getting done. And mostly the participant should be available till the end of the meeting to make this session or to maintain the decorum of the meeting. Like starting there was 16 to 18, now we are limiting to 14, 15. So the continuous presence should be there. So that was some area of improvements from my general evaluator role. I thoroughly enjoyed this meeting and my role as a general evaluator, and I'll be looking forward for many such roles and assignments in the future too. I thank all the fellow Toastmasters and guests for their support. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmaster Ravish Malpani for nicely conducted evaluation session. I'm sure all the speakers have benefited from the recommendations and evaluation. Please give him and his team of evaluators a thunderous round of applause. Now, I'd like to request everyone to cast your votes to choose the best assignee, the best role player. I request vote counter Toastmaster Prashant Karle to send the ballots.
Okay, I am going to launch best role player of this meeting. Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
All the members have voted. I am going to close this poll now.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant Karle. Now I would like to request the vote counter to declare the winners and request President Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal to join me at the lectern to recognize the winners.
Yes, I am here, Toastmaster lady.
Toastmaster Prashant Karle.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to share one by one our winner for the today's meeting. The first, the best table topic award. Is this screen is visible?
No.
No. No.
Okay, okay, let me try.
Toastmaster Prashant, you can announce the name and later on you
Yeah,
can
okay.
share certificates in WhatsApp group.
Okay, fine. Somehow it is not getting shared. Okay, fine. I will announce the best table topic award. Winner is DTM Ajit Kumar Gangadharan. The best speaker award, Madam Toastmaster VG Uday. The best evaluator award goes to Toastmaster Arun Vasan. And the last best role player award goes to Madam Toastmaster Libby James.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Thank you, President Toastmasters Sheetal Agarwal and Toastmaster Prashant Karle. And congratulations to all the winners. Before I conclude, let me once again remind you about the theme of today. Where there is a will, there is a way. Dear Toastmasters, nothing is impossible if you try. With your strong willpower and hard work and enthusiasm, any great thing can be achieved. It was one of the most thrilling and interesting educational experience for me tonight, and I hope you all have enjoyed this educational session. I thank VP Education Toastmaster Ravi for giving me this opportunity and look forward to take more such assignments in future. With that note, I would like to hand over the lectern to our President, Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal. Over to you, Madam President, Toastmaster Sheetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Libby. Don't you all feel that Toastmaster Libby had done a great job today in spite of many last-minute changes? Please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Libby James.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Libby. Now let us enter into the business session of today. The first point is, out of the 38 registered paid members, only 20 members paid their dues for the term July to December 21. I request everyone, please pay your dues ASAP so our treasurer can renew your membership fees. The second point is, on the 27th of August, that is on coming Friday, Division L had arranged a valuable workshop on the evaluation by our own leader, DTM Uman Thomas, and the DTM Faisal Said, his SATAC 21 champion. The workshop will be at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on the coming Friday. I request everyone, please attend this valuable workshop. Is anything else to be discussed? Yes, one more thing. Last meeting, I proposed to start meeting at 6:30 p.m. But I did not receive any agreement to this timing. So we will follow to start the meeting at 7 p.m. only. Is anything else to be discussed? Hearing none. Okay.
We need to take a photograph, yes. I'm with you.
Yes. With this, I request everyone, please switch on your camera to have a photograph, and I adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
See, I asked for your snaps. Please send me good ones. Otherwise, I have to pick what is available in FP, and many of you are not so happy about it. So send me your best photographs so that I'll make you look more beautiful. So I got you all. Thank you.
I think we can send more than one photograph. So in every flyer, there will be a different photo.
Done.
I
Taken.
already sent the 3 photographs for mine.
Thank you, guys. Good night.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you all. Good night.
Senator from India. Great.
Fantastic meeting.
Thank you all and good night to everyone. It was a very good meeting today. Thank you.
Yeah, high quality meeting.
Yeah.
Good night, Arabians. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. I'm leaving the meeting. Thank you all.
Dr. Shandireka, I liked your speech very well, but you are not a normal Toastmaster. You are an excellent and accomplished Toastmaster. You see, your audience, that is the club members, include a group